All right. Hi, everybody. Hey, so in my group that I'm in with Cayla Craft this morning, she went live and did some live coaching with people in there. And she talked a lot to network marketers and gave a lot of tips as far as even like social media content and things like that and what she wished she had known when she started her business. And so I thought I would share with you guys because it was super helpful for me. And I took a whole bunch of notes. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm going to show it to you right now. Here we go.
I'm really excited to be here on this Friday with you guys. You guys can see I'm wearing Chase's shirt because he's out of town and I miss my boys like crazy. So I'm wearing their shirt to remind me of them. Hi, Julianne.
Where's my keys?
I don't know. Go look for it. You need to shut mommy's door, okay? Hi, Kimmy. All right, so today is Friday check-in. How are the goals going? All right, I've seen so many questions in the group this week, which makes me excited. But I wanted to hop on here and see if there's any questions I can answer for you guys live. If you've hit any hiccups this week while going towards your goal, if you're working on your affirmations, what's coming up with your mindset? What are you guys thinking? Hi, Roxanne. Hi, Shantae. I'm going to go ahead and while I'm waiting for questions to come in, I'm going to answer one of the questions I saw from Vanessa. And it was a lengthy question. I was like, this will be a really good one to answer on video. So Vanessa asked me, she said, I'm going to load up right here. But she said, you know, when you first got started in network marketing, you know, when she assumed, she said, I imagine your focus was largely weight loss focused. And then at some point you moved over to business and motivation. For us that are relatively new, what do we need to know? What is the magic formula to create the kind of business success you've created? What do you wish you would have known back then? Really good question. So, and this can go for really anything, you guys. It doesn't matter if you're in network marketing or not. I know Julianne sells placenta pills, and Shantae is a personal stylist in real estate. This always goes back to the mindset, right? So most of the time, people don't have success because they truly are probably going at it thinking, oh, I don't want to sound salesy. Oh, I don't want to pitch myself. Oh, I don't want them to think that I am trying to, you know, sell them anything or that I'm just talking to them for this reason. This could happen if you're selling placenta pills, right? If you're reaching out to somebody that you know is pregnant, like, but if you have that thought in the back of your mind, if you think, oh, I don't want to bug people, then guess what? You sabotage yourself and you don't reach that level of success, right? And so life is all about intentionality. So the more intentional you can be, the more successful you're going to become, okay? And exactly, passion isn't pushy. And the people that do think that you are, it's just a mirror for them, honestly. Like anytime I'm like, why is this bothering me? That this person is pushing me so hard. Because I still have that come up. Like the other night I was at this event and these people were trying to sell me Kangen water. And I had just spoken on stage. I think I told you guys this story. And it was really bothering me. And when I put the mirror up and I asked myself, why is this bothering me? Why do I feel like this person is being so pushy? And I was like, oh, I know, because I actually do want to buy this water and it's bothering me because they're embarrassing me as a network marketer. These people are embarrassing me. That's literally what came up for me. And so I was like, oh, I still care about what people think about the network marketing profession. So it was the stuff I needed to heal. So anytime somebody has an opinion about you, it's always them and their issue, and you can't take that on as your own business, okay? And so you have to believe whatever you want them to believe. So right away, you guys, when I got started in network marketing, here's the thing. I knew I was going to be a millionaire. Like it was just beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I know that, hey, in order for me to become a millionaire, I got to help a lot of people become a millionaire too. That was my, I knew that. And so I wanted people that wanted to make money. And so trust me, I probably did it. Like I was so ignorance on fire, and I know I probably missed a lot of people because I was just, I would just say, hey, you can make a lot of money in this company. That's literally what I would say. That'd be the first thing I would say in an email. You can make a lot of money in this company. I've already made, several $1,000s. I don't remember what I would say. It's something like that. And then I would get ghosted usually. And then there'd be a couple people that are like, oh, I want to make them a lot of money too. And they'd say yes. So I guess what I wish I would have known back then is to ask more questions about people. Like, for instance, I had a lot of contacts with very professional business owners. And I think what I should have said is, what would, making residual income in your life do for your family? I learned that a couple years later, but in the beginning I just said, hey, like, do you want to make an extra $1 million a year? Like, and people think that's so unrealistic, and so it's not the right way to go about it. But I was always very, very, very business focused. I mean, because here's the thing. I'd always reach out for the business opportunity, okay? And then if they didn't want that, they weren't interested in that, I would say, hey, well, what about even just trying the products? Products are great. They're life-changing. You can't get them anywhere. At the time, you couldn't get undenatured whey protein anywhere. Like you couldn't walk into, Whole Foods and get it. Now people can. But back then, that was a really great selling point to downgrade. So I'd always start up there because it's harder to go, hey, do you want to buy these products? And they say no. And then, hey, do you want to try this business opportunity? No, you can't upgrade from there. So I started the business and then moved down to the weight loss stuff, okay? And really just believing that, hey, this stuff is this type of opportunity, this service that I'm offering is the kind of stuff that is going to change people's lives. Just like right now, you guys, I'm personally messaging people to come to Mommy Millionaire Live. And there's been a lot of people that are like, literally not even responding to me. And it's okay. But that is like the work I'm willing to do right now to get this live event sold out by September. And I'm just like, hey, I know you were interested, a while back, you messaged me asking me business questions. I just want to let you know that I have this live event coming up and it's going to answer all these types of questions. Plus you'll meet a tribe of people. I would love to see you there. Let me know if you have any questions. So, I mean, I know, like, hello, like, actually, I think you're missing the boat if you don't come to Mommy Millionaire Live. Like, I think it's silly and crazy if people don't come because of the type of knowledge and the experience that you're gonna have. So that's my mindset. That's the feeling behind it. And if people say no, I literally don't take it personally. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with me. So I'm just going in it with that feeling of like, you want this. I know you want this. You need this, right? And so it's a different type of energy. And I could go out there and ask for the sale as, oh gosh, I really need to sell this thing. I really need to sell out this event. Like, oh my gosh, these people better say yes. If these people don't say yes to me, they must not like me. I must suck, right? Which is what a lot of business people do. And so always check yourself before you're reaching out to people. Why am I doing this? Oh, I'm doing this because I know this product or service is going to change their life. It could change the trajectory of their life in some way, shape, or form. Like with Julianne selling placenta pills. She knows that these women are going to feel amazing. It's going to prevent the postpartum depression that most women get and don't talk about. And she knows that it will change everything for them in the beginning stages of mommyhood. And so she believes so much in her product that of course she's going to reach out to every pregnant person she knows, right? And it helps with milk supply, right? I mean, it changes everything, right? So of course she's going to be reaching out to people. Brittany says, when I'm attracting, I want the can-doers and the go-getters. Exactly. Okay, so Julianne has a question. I have a question. I'm going to raise my price to $200 at our Bakersfield location. Any advice? I know I need to, but it still makes me nervous. Honestly, I never knew, because obviously I didn't have kids when you were doing this, Julianne. I thought it was way more than that. $200 is freaking cheap. Like, so I think one thing here is just always remember the value that you're providing these people. The value. People will go off and spend $200 on a pretty robe to wear. They will spend, $1,000 on newborn photos. Like, they'll spend $1,000 on a freaking mommy me little rocker thing. Like, people will spend money for things that they think are important to them. And so when you raise the value, I mean, I think $200, it should be way more than that because of all the work that you go into. Like you go and pick it up, then you do it, and then you deliver. Like it should be a little bit more than that. So absolutely, like you just have to show the value. And it's not about the features and benefits. It's always about the feelings. Remember that. It's always about the feelings of what they're going to feel using your service. Like you're a luxury. Like I would really brand yourself as that, like the luxury placenta encapsulation, right? And people will pay for that because you believe that you're worth that. Now, if you're like timid about telling people, then guess what? They're not going to buy it, right? So it's really valuing yourself more in the mirror and going like, hey, like supply and demand here. Like there's not a lot of people doing this. And I know what I'm offering people is going to change their lives. And you're also going to weed out, this is what you need to know. Anytime you raise your prices, you're going to weed out the people that are not the right ideal clients for you. Alicia just paid $250 for the encapsulation and tincture, so you should up it. See? Alicia, where do you live? Just wondering. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there would be not a lot of profit in that because you're traveling all the time. That's crazy. $250, that's awesome. So I think with that is know that you're trailblazing too, Julianne. And so there's really no rules when it comes to it. And so you get to create the rules and you get to become obsessed with the things that you create. And so, okay, so she lives in Iowa, which I would say, hello, that's probably like Bakersfield. Like it's not like if you were living in Orange County, people probably pay like thousands of dollars for that. But like in Iowa, like it's probably the same thing as Bakersfield. So that's a good, price, I feel like. I love it. Woohoo, I'm glad you were on, Alicia, to tell her that. All right, does anybody else have any questions? Oh, Kimmy, I didn't know you encapsulated your placenta. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Okay, so Trilisa says, one thing I've been struggling with is coming up with more content to post. I'm in network marketing with Color Street, dry nail polish strips, and that's the only product we have at this point. So I feel like the only thing I have been posting are application tips and photos of hands with Color Street on. How do I expand and what else to post? I feel like since I don't have a lot of products, people tend to tune me out faster. So, all right, let me say this. First of all, you need to sell the business opportunity, okay? That needs to be about the business opportunity. And is your compensation plan good? I would look into that. And I would also look into, is that the right company that you want to be hitching your wagon to? Because one product, like people only need so many, nail polish tips or whatever. So I'm not putting the company down at all. I've just seen things like Jamberry and they went away. And so I would really just go like, is this something I want to be a part of? Because there are a lot of other companies out there that have a lot of other things going on. Or if you just wanted to sell like polish strips, I mean, you could do that with drop shipping on Amazon and probably make more money. So it either needs to be about the business opportunity because it's life-changing. Like, oh my gosh, if you sell 100 nail polish strips, then you could do X, Y, and Z. If I was you online and I really believe in the compensation plan, I love these nail polish things, I wouldn't even talk about the nail polish things except for maybe once every 10 posts. And I would just be talking all about the community. I would be putting events together. That's what I would really heavily be focused on is the community and doing spa days with the nail polish things and bringing people together. I think that's your best bet because people love community. And that's really how I built my entire business, was doing events after events after events and talking about the business opportunity online. So recognizing your team, even if it's an extra $200 a month, what did somebody do with that? Highlighting stories in your company, talking about, you know, why mindset is important to you. Why is abundance important to you? Why are you doing this so much? And inspire people. That's what I would personally be doing. I wouldn't be coming up with creative ways to talk about nail polish because, you know, yeah, people know, and it's like a commercial, and they're like, I don't want to see this again. People don't like feeling that way. All right. Do I do private coaching? Yes, I do. We're only 2 years old, so they are going to be growing. Yeah. And so I would just say, like, and that's up to you. If you want to stay with it, I would never go with a brand new company because I don't want to be a part of those beginning stages unless I'm getting paid like a major, like, founding member salary, which a lot of people do get that. You know, one of my girlfriends is getting paid $1 million right now to help $1 million a year to help start a brand new network marketing company. And so it makes sense for her to be a part of it, and her compensation plan, and they already have 10 products and all the scientific studies behind it. So it makes sense to hitch your wagon, but, you know, I don't know. For me, I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying, really, like, know the compensation plan. Like, what is the growth of it? What is their plan in 5 years? What are all the other things going to be? And then that's part of your business opportunity. It's groundbreaking opportunity. Okay, cool. Here's what we have coming. It's launching 2020. This is launching 2021. That's how you can get people excited about being a part of a brand new company and making some income with it. Okay. What is the best way to lead with the business rather than products? Always lead with asking people what a new vision would be for their life. So my favorite thing to do is just yesterday, I was with a new friend, and I'm not currently even really, like, actively building an isogenics business. Okay. I have people sign up just, like, through my website, but what's going on is I am so ingrained to talk to new people like this that I say this. I'm like, so what are you excited about right now in your life? And for most people that aren't an online entrepreneur or aren't in network marketing, they kind of just, like, they're just living life, which is totally fine. But I always like to say, like, what are you excited about? And the conversation gets going. She's like, you know what? I've just been kind of in a funk and I need to, like, find me again. And I was like, well, what do you love doing? And she's like, well, I love hanging out with girls. I love doing this, and I want to make some extra money. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the law of attraction, you know? And I was like, oh my gosh, well, you know, there's so many opportunities out there for you. I was like, what would life look like for you if, you know, you had a little side hustle and making an extra $1,000 a month? And she was like, oh my gosh, I would do X, Y, and Z. And so that's how you lead with a business. Is it's not by pitching them and having some perfect pitch about how your company is the best. It's they basically buy into it on their own, right? By you asking the right questions and finding out what's important to them and why, you know. And so for her instance, it was that her husband would start. It's always this. I feel like with every mom that has young kids, it's always, well, my husband would work less. That's literally always what they say. Or I want to go to Disneyland. And so anyways, that's what I used to hear a long time ago. But hers was like, well, my husband would work less. Oh my gosh. Well, what would your life look like if your husband worked less? Well, I think we would fight less because we would be able to go on date nights and just spend more time together, right? And so then you're getting to the roots of what is very important to her in her life. And what's important to her is that she has a good marriage, okay? And so now you know what drives this woman. And so now you know how to speak to her, right? So it's not really the money that drives her. It's what the money can do for her and her experiencing more love in her life. So that's why questions are so important, and that you always listen to understand people instead of listen and wait for your turn to pitch. So, like, I could have easily just been like, oh, if you're looking for an extra, instead of asking that question, I could have said, oh, well, if you're looking for an extra $1,000 a month, I could teach you how if you sold 4 packs with me every month, you can make an extra $1,000. That's a great pitch, right? Why wouldn't somebody say yes? Well, I used to say that all the time to people, and people wouldn't say yes. And then it's because, hello, I didn't find out why it was important to them. Because when you just say to somebody, oh, well, you could just sell 4 things, to you that sounds easy, but to somebody else that is lost, in their lives and they don't really know what their next step is. They're not really feeling worthy. They're not experiencing that much love because her and her husband are fighting all the time. Do you believe that she thinks that she could sell 4 things? No. So when you say that, it sounds too hard, too difficult, you know? But then when you get to the root of, oh, well, this could help your marriage, then I'll do whatever it takes. That's how you get somebody that's freaking hungry, right? All right, Sierra says, my question is, I'm doing social media management and I love that, but I want to create a course on it. But there are so many out there on things like this. How do I stand out? Well, I think that the better question is not how do I stand out, but how do I better serve people? So if you think there's already courses out there and you still think more people need help, okay, what is the problem that I'm solving? And how can I help more people? And what is the problem that, this has been a huge theme this week, is what do they actually think they need? Most people, and you can answer this question for me, Sierra, when you get your clients, what do they think their problem is on their social media? You know, so I know for people, I just don't know what to say. That's what a lot of people say. That's what they think the problem is. Well, the actual problem that we know is that they just haven't found their voice, right? If you know what your voice is and you know, like you never run out of freaking things to say. And who are you talking to? You'll never run out of things to say, right? And so, but you have to sell them what they think that they need. Most people think they need content. They need content creation. Oh, okay. Hers is, she hears a lot of things about no engagement, low engagement, no idea what to post, right? So, well, the fact is that a lot of people have been taught to engage by going into DMs, liking and commenting on people's stuff, and they find out that it's a full-time job, and that's why they're hiring a social media management person. I know that's why somebody manages mine, because I can't do it. I mean, I love it so much, but at this point in my life, I have to have somebody working it full-time. And so I think that there's not really a course for that unless you created a course that is for people to invest in for their virtual assistants. Like, I think that's a great idea, because I would put my virtual assistant in to watch it, right? I personally, what I did to train my people is Chase did, but he created a whole training on how to do it. And so it's very duplicatable in case we have anybody else come in that's going to manage our social media. They know our process. So you could do a course like that, teaching, okay, engagement, how to grow engagement on your account. That would be awesome. And no idea what to post, sell people content post. Because the course is, for me, like if you're reaching out to an entrepreneur, like nobody wants another course, I don't feel like. But if you gave them the info, that would be like signed, sealed, delivered. I think it's awesome. All right, this is gonna probably be my last question, guys. Okay, so I have been with HempWorks for 8 months. I have had very little financial success. There's a lot of fear with CBD. There's a lot of fear with CBD as people don't understand, and I spend so much time educating and they still don't see the value. I'm considering switching companies because I know this model works, but wondering if it is my mindset. I see I have issues with self-worth, money, and success. I also see it as I'm not having success because it is not my path. I'm being drawn to another company and another product I have fallen in love with that literally has the means to provide me with several key things on my dream board. Now here, I overthink it as I see the value in both products, companies, and comp plans, wondering if I'm giving up too soon and repeating a pattern, or if I'm being pulled because I have begun to dream bigger and this is where I need to go. Really good question. And I would say that you have shiny object syndrome. So when things get hard and things aren't going your way, it's like, oh, sometimes we lie to ourselves. I see it happen all the time. And I call them company hoppers. And sounds like you're one of them. That's okay. And they go from company to company because the problem is never the company. The problem is never the comp plan. It's always you. And so if you go to the company with that idea of like, oh, this one's better, this one is going to fix all my problems, but you're not fixed, and you haven't had success in this company, you're probably not gonna have success in the next one. You gotta fix what's going on with you. So if you're like having that issue and you're not feeling the products anymore, you're like, okay, I'm not about this anymore, I would completely take a step back altogether from everything and really go, what do I want? What do I want? Who do I serve? And do I even want to be in network marketing? Is that what I want to do? Okay. So that's really like essential to do, because you got to take the time to know what's important to you and why you think you're worthy of success, and really get in the right mindset, because the reason why you're attracting people that don't get CBD is because you don't believe in yourself, right? So it always goes back to the law of the lid. You're only going to attract people, and you're probably out of tune of influence, and so you're attracting people that have zero influence and because they can't influence themselves, right? So if other people are having success in your company, then it could work for you, right? That's the hope there. If nobody in your company is having success, then the company is the problem. But personally, I mean, I don't like to get into like comparing companies and all that kind of stuff. So I would want to know, what is the one that you're just, oh, Young Living just added CBD. I just want to know what company you're thinking about going with, because I think it's interesting for sure to know which one. I see them succeeding, so I know it works. How old is HempWorks? I feel like that's I think it's only about a year and a half, 2 years old, right? And I know it was built by other network marketers. I want to know how much people are making in that company, if they are. Monet is where I'm thinking of going. I feel like there's so many Monet people in this group. I mean, people in Monet are making amazing money. But again, you're going to go over there and you're going to find the same problem. You're going to find the same problem. So, because it's you. So I would really focus on getting right inside and going, what's important to me? What's important to me? Is it helping people create financial freedom in their life through a vehicle of network marketing? You know, is that what's important to me? Do I see myself as a leader? If you don't see yourself as a leader leading thousands and thousands of people, then you're probably not going to see success yet, right? So you have to see all of that for you, and always know it's never the product, it's never the company, it's always you. It's always you. So if you hopped, and all these people are seeing you hop a ton, like honestly, people lose trust in people. Like I call the company, that's why you keep hopping and you keep not seeing success, because people are watching you and they don't trust you. So I would go into complete building up of the trust of your network and going, how can I add value to every single person in my network and not take, and give. And what happens is when you give expecting nothing, so you give expecting nothing from these people, right? You're just giving to help people. Everything is going to change for you. You're actually going to realize your worth even more, because you're going to realize you have so much value to give, with no strings attached right now, because right now your value is so in what you've done in network marketing companies. You need to realize that you're more than just a network marketer, and you need to go into give mode, and you can expect a reward to come your way in some way, shape, or form eventually, but not directly from those people that you're going to be adding value to. Does that make sense? And then expect that your success is inevitable. If you can experience success right now today, if you want to, as long as you decide that you're going to be a success, because success is really just an illusion, and it's something that you can create and feel at any point in the day. That's what I truly believe. So get right inside. After you do all that, then evaluate. Don't ever go because you think you're going to miss the boat or something like that. It needs to be truly because you're going to go all in, and you believe that you're ready for the big, huge momentum that comes with building a network marketing team. All right, you guys. I think I got everybody's questions. Let me see. Oh, Alicia lives in Scottsdale now. Okay. Yay! All right, you guys. Well, I hope that this was massively successful. I feel like we talked a lot about network marketing, but it really goes with anything, you guys. Just to recap, I'm huge on just leading with the business opportunity, being super intentional about everything that you're doing, and knowing that, hey, if I feel this way, everybody's going to feel this way about it. So you really need to go inwards and always check with your feelings, because your thoughts don't create your reality, but your feelings do. So you can change your thought at any time. So if you're having a thought of, oh, I don't want to be pushy, you're not manifesting that. That's not true, right? But if you stay in that fear zone, then you will manifest that into your life. You will become a pushy person. So recognize thoughts, and then you change your feelings accordingly. And you change your thoughts accordingly. I have been wanting to go into network marketing, but I've had fears. This has helped me so much. Oh, yay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And then always give. And some people think like, oh, I want to give, I don't want to receive. And I think open yourself up to receiving the rewards that are coming for you, because a lot of you guys are giving people. I've seen that so much in this group, every single one of you that has posted and just given love, just, you know, because you wanted to. That's your giving hearts. And just know that like all of that stuff that you're giving, it is going to come back to you in some way, shape, or form. And it's actually good to go about life expecting the reward, knowing that you're a good person, knowing that you're a giving person. And the more that you give, the more that you actually will receive. And just going out in life and going like, I expect my reward is on its way, and I will receive it happily. I say that all the time. I will receive it happily. Because, you know, I used to think, oh, I don't want to give out too much advice. I don't want to give out too much free advice. Oh, I don't need to answer all these questions in my DMs. And I said, you know what? At the end of the day, I actually like this. I like helping people. I like giving to people. And even if I were never to make $1 from it, I would still be doing it. So I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm not going to listen to some of the gurus out there that say not to give too much. And I'm just going to give, and expect my reward is coming. And literally, I'm rewarded every single day in different ways, shapes, or forms with the way that I give. And so remember, you can give money, you can give of your time, you can give of your heart, you can give of your knowledge. And I would spend a lot of time today and most of your life giving and expecting the reward coming. But not with the giving. If I give to Brittany, then she owes me, because then that's the wrong spirit of giving. You never want to have that, right? You're just giving to give. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend. We'll see you in